The short of it is that the game should be fine on console and or on PC. It's only been slightly toned down, and the whole allegations of the game being completely censored is blown out of proportion. They're seeing a lot of misconceptions and misinformation about what is going around. The game is getting heavily bombed on Steam, and I'm here to share with you their link and narrate it in their words, what they've said, and then you can take it from there. But first, I want to go back. I put this together here, and I put it in a PDF. I feel very special. I just couldn't figure out how to put this one into dark mode, but whatever. Essentially, what do consoles even have to do with it to begin with now that the game is coming on consoles tomorrow, July the 15th, 2025? Well, they simply have stricter content policies. So when it comes to Sony and Microsoft, when it comes to the ESRB, the North American rating system, and PEGI in Europe, the approval processes are much more strict, and they can block releases that have extreme or controversial content. That's the extent of it. So if you want those taboo-like games, PC tends to be more lenient and not having to abide by all these strict guidelines. So now that you know the gist of it, now I'm going to get into the boring part, and I'm going to narrate what Void Interactive have stated a couple of weeks ago already on Steam in terms of the volume being turned down on the goriness and the nudity and all that kind of stuff, okay? So here it is, and I quote, "We recently shared that Ready or Not's PC version underwent minor content changes to support stability and align with policies enforced by global platforms and age rating bodies. These adjustments were made to ensure a smooth global launch across platforms while fully preserving the game's tone, themes, and intensity. Unfortunately, we've seen many misconceptions and misinformation circulating around the scope of these changes. We want to ensure our entire community has full visibility into what has and has not changed. We're including before and after visuals to show that the game's tone, atmosphere, and graphical impact remain intact. The effects of gore and violence, key to the game's immersive realisms, have not been toned down. Missions such as Elephant, Neon Tomb, and the infamous Valley of the Dolls remain unchanged. Void Interactive has always believed in creative freedom and the right to build experiences that push boundaries in the service of immersion and also realism. That will not change. At the same time, we operate in a global ecosystem of platform standards, age rating boards, and local legal restrictions. While we may disagree with how some content is treated, we've only made changes where absolutely required, and only to the letter of the regulations, no further. As a hyper-realistic tactical first-person shooter, Ready or Not faces different scrutiny than more stylized or fictional games would. That's a reality of the world we publish in, not a change in our creative vision or values. Only 6 targeted visual changes to the PC version were made. Twisted Nerve. The girl is now depicted as sleeping instead of convulsing. A Lethal Obsession. Nudity involving the ghillie suit suspect has been adjusted. Hide-and-seek female hostages now have underwear. Narcos police informant hostages now wear underwear. 23 megabytes a second. Photo of minors. Objective model was revised, also to better connect narratively with the later Sinuous Trail mission. Postmortem dismemberment has been disabled. Note: dismemberment for living characters remains unchanged. You're not Jeffrey Dahmer. You don't need to go all cray-cray post-mortem on them, okay? And this can be seen in the latest Volume 87 dev briefing if you click on this link. Note, there are black boxes in the before images due to the Steam Community Hub content guidelines. Oh, right, yeah. Image below, Twisted Nerve. The girl's now depicted as sleeping instead of convulsing. This was before. Now it's just like... Okay. Don't ask me what that was. Image below. A lethal obsession. Nudity involving the ghillie suit suspect has been adjusted. Just put the black box there because nobody needs to see that. Nobody. That's fine. Whatever. Okay? For real. This is what people are tripping out over? Image below, hide and seek. Female hostages are now, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the Playboy Mansion. Okay? What's wrong with that? Image below, Narcos police informant hostage now where, well, yeah. Nobody needs to see the strudel, okay? Nobody needs to see that. Image below, 23 megabytes a second photo of minors. Objective model was revised also to better connect narratively. Right before, you could see clearly the pictures, the face of people. Now it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, really? Thank you for standing with us. Now, I'm not going to open that discussion because, okay? Now, this is what's been changed on the PC version. I'm assuming this is the exact same changes that are going to occur on the PlayStation and Xbox side of things. This is where I'll have to look at my funds because they haven't been good at all lately. I'm in one of the worst positions I've been in my whole life. Not that I was ever in a good one to begin with. The joys of being on disability. So I'm going to see what I can do to potentially get this game. And then what my goal is going to be is to try to get, 37 views on my videos, make a nickel, and to share with you how much the game has in fact changed on console in case you heard all the hoopla that was going on before and you're paranoid to get the game because you think it's been turned down into something that would be in line with Hello Kitty Adventure Island. So assuming that this is factual and they're not lying, then this stuff's been blown right out of proportion. Okay? Let me know down below what you think. Never mind my opinions. I mean, I hate censorship, period, but there are certain things I don't need to see. Like the whole underwear thing. Really? Whatever. Like, I just don't care. So yeah, thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results. We'll see how well that's been going when people are looking shit up online on the internet. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll make sure when you're with your, you know what I'm saying, your lady friend, okay, you're about to get down and do the horizontal hoka poka, this is what you're getting. Before you were getting this, now you're getting that forever. Okay? They just go to do that. Big black square shows up in front. What the hell is that? And then, okay? And if you want to, don't ask me what that was. And if you want to subscribe, and instead you'll be stuck with that. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.